Hello, everyone. Welcome. Let me know if I'm coming in okay, ladies and gentlemen. We have another little snowstorm. This one's not as bad as the last one, but I thought I was going to have to call in sick and use a snow day for this live stream. I just got done doing the first plowing, and it looks like I'll have to do some more plowing this weekend. So let me know if I'm coming in okay. Let me see that first because it's snowing pretty good. How's everyone doing today? Good to see you all. Hey, how you doing, Jeremiah? Good to see you. So if you can give me a number one if I'm coming in all right, okay, that's great. Man, that is great because I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it's snowing pretty good. It's been snowing really good since I think last night. I thought that we were maybe gonna escape some of it, but no, we're getting the blunt of it. Let's see who we have in the house. Let's start with Yarn Prepper. How you doing, Yarn Prepper? Gracious 48. Hello. And Yarn Prepper, I got your email and I made a note so I wouldn't forget. So I'll make sure that I go over this here before the end of this live stream. Let's go ahead and say hello to Miss Worm. How you doing, Copernicus? Good to see you. Deanna, how are you? Linda Bob, KT, Laurie Lua. JD Lund, how you doing, JD? Jan Penland is in the house. How you doing, Jan? Good to see you. Sandra Templeton, B Low. JT is here. We're missing one more. We're missing one more, and we have all our ladies in the house, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, Michael? Good to see you, Michael Kerr, all the way from Canada. Welcome. Yes, welcome, welcome. Hello, Lisa. Little Dove, how you doing? Linda. Steve Stillman, how you doing? Nico's Farm. Hello to you. There is our last one. Angie Dassner is in the house. We have a full house of moderators, ladies and gentlemen. So behave yourselves, okay? One Girl Strike, how you doing? Good to see you. Ray Kaplan, good afternoon or good evening. Let's see. New Rafter Stacker, how you doing? Desert Sky. Jacqueline Johnson, all the way from the UK. How are you? Yes, our prayers do go out to our Canadian brothers and sisters. Ladies and gentlemen, liberty is not an easy thing to get, especially to get back once a government has taken it from you. Right? So, but in the end, good will prevail over evil. I believe that in my heart. Good will prevail over evil. Right? What can we do between now and then, ladies and gentlemen? Keep fighting the good fight. Keep prepping it up. Okay? The 49 State, hello. Hey, how you doing, Billy Bob? Good to see you, my friend. Renee, hello. Shirley, hello. Melody Tanish made it to the house. How you doing, Melody Tanish? Good to see you. Hello, Mark. How are you? Wendy G. Janice Weichel, hello. Bethany Power, hello to you. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a giveaway. One of our community members, the one that sent me something, wants to give that same bundle away. So I'm going to show you here after I finish saying hello to all of you, and then we'll do it after we have our spiel or our little talk for the day. Hello, Ali Nanya. Good to see you. Let's see. JD says, things don't look good, but there is a bright side. Almost everyone here is better prepared for it than 90%. Absolutely. Absolutely. If, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what, if you didn't watch that video where I said that prepping doesn't have to be expensive, and I put out a list, it was part of our live stream too, so it was one of the meat and potatoes videos. If you didn't watch that, go watch that video. If everyone in the United States had a prepper stock like that, just a basic, stash of prepper stuff, like the one that I showed in that video, we would all be so much better off. We really would. We would have so much more power over our government, knowing that we did not need our government in order to provide us with what we needed to survive for a good period of time. Tommy Southern Homestead, how you doing? Good to see you. Hello, Sandy Crabtree. Happy Mac is in the house. Hello, B-Lo, NC. Bernard, hello. Lisa. Michelle Rucker, how you doing? JD is here. How you doing, JD? Good to see you. Sierra Hearn, how are you? Good to see you. Luba Healthy with Luba. The Prepping Nethanim. I think that's how you say it. Yes, I know that. Yes, we're going to go ahead and talk about that here for a little bit. Teresa Cortez, how are you? I think I said hello to Linda Bob, but hello again, just in case I didn't. Hello, Linda Greenwell. How are you? I'm surprised that I'm coming in okay because it is snowing pretty good. You wouldn't, even if I didn't have the flag up there, you wouldn't be able to see it because of the light, but it's snowing pretty good outside. I would say that we've probably gotten at least a good 6 to 7 inches so far. How you doing, Mark? Bethany? Gabrielle? Hello. Anita McNutt is here. Dreams Acres. Shirley Chinkle. Rick Vanden or Baden. Hello, Casey from Central Michigan. Prepared Suburbanite. Hello from North Carolina. Hello, Mary. Hello, D Jabs. How you doing, D14 Jabs? Aqua Run Girl, I think, from Montreal. Hello and welcome. Hello, Porky. Valerie Aponte Boyle. Good to see you. Stephanie Lawrence. Lou M, how are you? Let me see. Better snow than -50. Actually, Lou, I would rather have -50 than snow, to tell you the truth. When it's cold here in the winter in Alaska, I'd rather it be cold. A couple of reasons. Less snow, and I believe that the colder it is, the safer that the roads are, to tell you the truth. Jennifer Skinner made it. How you doing, Jennifer? Duggan Prepper, how you doing? Hey, Tonette, how are you? Good to see you. Say hello to the hubby. Jazra Dark, north of the 52nd, is here all the way from Tennessee, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Hell or High Water Prepping, good afternoon to you, or good morning. Good morning, AP. Let's see. Good afternoon. I always get, when you're in the military, a lot of times people get stuck with saying good morning, even no matter what time of the day it is. Matt, you, hello, Big Dog. Becca Englund, Timon. Marine 84 is here from Wisconsin. Sandra and Tejas, Kathleen Rolston, Patty McD, Tommy Southern Homestead is here. Regina, hello, Adrian. Tammy Eaker, good evening to you. Slime 40, Junebug is here. Miko's Farm says, finally been able to be in alive. I've been watching all your, oh, thank you, Miko's, and welcome. We're happy to have you. Hello, Leroy Fox, how you doing? What Leroy Fox says, what's your well, it's one of the trucker shirts. I bought it to support them because some of the money that they made from selling the shirt went to the truckers. I don't know if they got it or not because of all the stuff that's been going on, but we're going to talk about that here in a minute as well. That's going to be part of our talk today. All right, so where are we at? Let me see. Nowhere Wolf. If I miss any of you, forgive me, ladies and gentlemen. There's a good amount of you here in the chat, so thank you very much for being here. Where are we at? We're at 8 minutes. Well, we've got plenty of time. Hello, Mama Hen. B. Hughes, how you doing? Valerie H. Hello, Wayne. Beard Papa, how you doing? All the way from Connecticut. Alien Prepper is here. It's What It Is here. Sean Penrod, how you doing? Okay, I'm bringing it down. All right, so there's a few things that I want to talk about, a little bit of admin stuff that I want to talk about before we get started, but I'm just taking a look here. Hello, Tommy, how you doing? Tommy's Carolina Homestead, how are you? Good to see you today. Amber Rose, hello. Tammy Eaker, how you doing? Sue S is here. McDean is here, how you doing? How you doing, Wayne? Beach Bray Homestead, how are you? Good to see you. Hector Prepper made it. How you doing, Hector Prepper? Good to see you. The Roaming Prepper is here. Man, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a lot of preppers. You know, one good thing that's come out of this health crisis that's been going on for the last couple of years is that we've got a lot more people prepping, all right? A lot more people joining that prepping bandwagon. And you know what I say? There's plenty of room for as many people that want to come and prep. And also, the more prepping channels there are, the better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's not a contest. It's not a contest. Share your experience. Even if you only have 2 or 3 subscribers, share your experience with other people. It'll give them a little bit of motivation and maybe say, hey, that's a regular person, you know, doing their preps. Maybe I ought to do that too. You know, reach one, teach one, and repeat. That's what it's all about. Very important that we reach other people. You know, don't force it on them, but maybe plant a seed here or there. A beautiful day. How you doing? Eric Hoffer, hello. PA Prepper is here. How you doing? Michael Brooks. Coastal Redwood Homestead. How are you? Good to see you here. Daniel G. How you doing? All the way from Tennessee. Welcome. Commentator. The commentator is here from Canada. Welcome. Hello, Patricia. Harvey Black is in the house. How you doing, Harvey? Let's see. Hippie Mini says, uh, just have to tell you that I went to Safeway last night here in California, and I paid $20 per. Ooh, I'm sorry. I don't know what you paid $20 per for. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you very much for becoming a member of the Ladies and Gentlemen's Club. And look at this. Elvi Ramirez is in the house. Hello, Cindy. Tammy Smith, hello. The crazy backyard chicken man is here. Welcome. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you very much for that. How you doing, Kenneth? Good to see you. Sue S says, just bought a Berkey water filter. Better to put your money in a Berkey than to put it in the bank. That's my opinion. But I do live by that. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm glad I caught this, hippie. Pay $20 per package of chicken breast. Split breast, not whole. It made me sick. Yeah, and you know what? I talked about that during the video that I put up this morning where I did that payday prep, telling people that if you're going to need it in the future, get it now. If you know you're going to need something in the future, get it right now, if you can. Because there's two certainties in life, ladies and gentlemen. Taxes, which inflation is a tax, right? And that your dollars, because of inflation, are going to become worth less over time. So if you know you're going to need it and you have it now and you have the money to buy it now, buy it now. There's nothing wrong with that. I'd rather invest my money in my pantry than to invest it in the stock market or leave it in the bank. To tell you the truth. How you doing, Forrest? Southern Boy Prepper is in the house. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Let's see. Senorita, oh, where is it? Senorita JMC, how you doing? Good to see you. Hello, H. Green. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let me talk about a couple of things really quick. All right, so unfortunately, and you all know how I feel about death. Well, if you don't, let me tell you really quick. And I know this is easy to say, because I haven't lost anyone very close and dear to me, like a direct family member, right? But I feel that death is just a part of life, and that when someone passes away, the reason that we're saddened by their passing away is because it is us who are going to miss out on having that person around. But I feel that that person is better off where they are, right? They've gone home, right? And it's a part of life, and something that I heard the other day is that the older you get, the less weddings you go to and the more funerals that you go to, which I guess that's true because it seems like that's how it's working out for me in my life as well. But we have a member of the prepper community here on YouTube who passed away. And I don't want to mess up because I know his preacher is Prepper Preacher. All right. Prepper Preacher passed away. All right. And and he has, well, his family has now I know how a lot of us feel about this nowadays, but it's the only way that his family can get anything. They have a GoFundMe page set up because he didn't have any insurance. And I'm not asking you to go donate, right? I will leave the link to that on a pinned comment of this live stream after it's over. I have to wait till it's over and published and everything for me to do it. But what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to make a donation to that account for Prepper Preacher's family on behalf of the Alaska Prepper community. And the reason being is I'll have to do it like on Monday or Tuesday. If you all remember, I don't know, maybe a month or two ago, I decided to take my link to the Buy Me a Coffee account that I used to collect monies from people that wanted to give to charity from. And I took it off because I told you all that I'm in a place now where I can afford to make those donations on my own. And that if you wanted to, contribute to the donation, that all you have to do is just support me by letting an ad or two run through or use my links. And I can afford now, I'm in a place where I can afford to make those donations by myself off of the YouTube revenue and whatever other little bit of revenue I make off of the links that I have down below. And that's what I'm going to do. However, some people still straggled in there and sent a few dollars here, a few dollars there. One person even sent $100 to that buy a coffee for charity link. So there's like 120 something dollars in there. I have to see exactly what it is, but there's just a little over $100 in that account. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get that money drawn out of there. It takes about a day for it to hit my bank. And as soon as it hits my bank, I'm going to go ahead and make a donation to the Prepper Preachers GoFundMe page on behalf of us, the AP community. Because, ladies and gentlemen, you're all the ones that donated that money. So I'm going to go ahead and use it for something that I think everyone would agree with. If something like this happened to you and your family, you would like it if you had a group of friends that would help you out a little bit. And by no means is it a whole bunch of money, but you know what? I always say that many hands make little work. So if everyone were to go in there and even give $1, it would make a big difference for them. But on behalf of our community, I'm going to go ahead and donate whatever there is in that account. I'm going to go ahead and donate it, and I will let you all know how much it is. Let's say this Sunday, because I can get on there after the live stream and actually request it. Didn't really have time to do that today. I was planning on doing that, but like I said, I was outside plowing about 10 minutes before I came in here for the live. So I was kind of like rushing a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen. Rest in peace, Prepper Preacher, and our condolences, I'm sure, go out to their families, to his families, and it's just, I don't want to sound like I'm nonchalant about it, but this is life, and I know that if it were to happen to me, it would be devastating. It would be devastating for me to lose someone close to my family, but that is part of life. Part of life is having to suffer through the bad times, because when bad things happen that affect you, right, ladies and gentlemen, and that is one of the things that makes you who you are in the end. And one of the ways that you can show who you are is how you handle it. So I'm not saying that it's a small thing by any means, but I do know, or at least I feel it in my heart, that he is in a better place, and it is we that are left here to hold the bag. I forget the phrase. It's a phrase that I've heard a lot. Like in wartime, like it's not for me to wonder why, but to do or die, or something like that. I forget exactly how the phrase goes, and a lot of people think that phrase, because I actually looked into that once, and I'm like, a lot of people think that phrase. If someone knows the phrase, leave it in the comments, okay? To see if I can tell you exactly the phrase it is. Not to me to question why, but to do or die or something like that. But to me, what that phrase means is that whenever one person in society is taken from us, it doesn't just affect that person's direct, kin, but that it affects everyone, because every person is part of the whole. You know what I mean, ladies and gentlemen? Every person is part of the whole, but that person is in a better place. So I'm going to leave it at that. Okay. Let's see. Let me see. Tammy Eaker. Thank you very much, Tammy, for joining the Ladies and Gentlemen's Club. Hello, Nancy. How are you? Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for that, Lori. Thank you for that. Hello, Shirley. Is that Bonnie Bethel? How you doing, Bonnie? Hey, Hobbit, how you doing? Yes, rest in peace, indeed. Oh, they have a Gift Send Go, Yarn Prepper. They also have a Gift Send Go and mailing address now. Well, you know what? If they have a Gift Send Go, Yarn Prepper, can you send me the link to the Gift Send Go? I'd rather send it through them. All right, I'd rather send it through them. So please send me the link, Yarn Prepper, to Gift Send Go for the Prepper Preacher. All right, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I would rather send it through them than to GoFundMe. Great. Who is that? How you doing, Kitsy? Yes, thank you. Everyone's telling me that. Great. That's awesome. Good. Good, good. Thank you. Awesome. How you doing, Northern Badger? Good to see you. You know what I think I'm gonna do though, JT. I think this is for everyone's information right there. Okay. For all of your information, in case you want to do this, I'd rather do it through Give Send Go because I think they'll get the money a lot faster than to send them like a check or something like that. But I would rather do that. And I even thought about maybe like sending flowers or something like that. But ladies and gentlemen, in all honesty, I'd rather just send the cash. Not because it's easier, but because, although the flowers is a nice thing to do, I'm sure that they can use the cash more, right? And instead of spending money on the flowers, I'm sure that they can use the money more. So, isn't that something? Coral Tigger says the generator giveaway hit YouTube right when we had a power outage. For those of you that don't know, and I think this was on my notes, yes, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that have not watched the video where I reviewed is it back there? Oh no, I already brought it down. It's charging. Where I reviewed the Opus solar generator, watch that video and then just listen to the instructions. Very simple. It's towards the end of the video, so that you can enter to win one of 2 solar generators that Opus is giving away. So what I do is this. Normally, whenever someone approaches me to do a review, not a sponsorship, and let me tell you about the sponsorship here. A while back, I said that I was thinking about taking on sponsors, and putting like a small ad here or there on my videos to generate revenue so that I can use that money for donations. But ladies and gentlemen, I can't do it. I mean, I actually looked at a few of them, and there's a couple of problems that I have. And one of the problems with like doing sponsorships is that I have to believe in whatever it is that I'm doing, and I haven't received any. Like I can't put an ad in my video about a video game, about a phone video game. I just don't feel right doing it. So even if I'm going to use that money to give through a donation to charity, mainly the food bank, I just can't do it. So I just don't feel right doing it if I don't believe in that product that they're trying to advertise. All right, that's number one. And number two, I just, I said a long time ago, and I have often said so, that I don't want this to feel like a job. And there's a lot to trying to get a sponsor. Like I get sponsor offers every single day, at least 15 to 20 every single day. And there's a lot to be doing that. They want you to fill out all these paperwork, sign a contract. I'm like, I'm not doing any of that. I'm like, I'll just do donations out of whatever YouTube pays me, and we'll do 1 or 2 big donations a year. I'll just, put some dollars to the side every time that YouTube pays us. I'll put some dollar to the side, and we'll do a couple of big donations a year. But I'm not going to do sponsorships and stuff. I can't do it. Now, to do a review, that's different, because whenever I do a review, it's either something that I like, that's not necessarily prepper related, like that air fryer that I reviewed the other day, even though I'm the one that bought it. Nobody sent it to me, but I liked it so much that I wanted to share with all of y'all, just in case any of you were thinking about buying one. Or things like solar panels or solar generators, which I love. Those things I don't mind reviewing at all, because those are things that I like to use, and I like to advocate that other people get as well, because I think they're good tools to have in your prepper stash. But also, instead of them paying me, because these companies, they offer to pay me money, and I'm like, no, instead of paying me money, can you give me a couple of these? I try not to be greedy. I try to be reasonable. And I asked them, so this last time for this solar generator, I was like, they asked me, how much do you want to get paid for? I was like, I don't want any money. I said, just give me a couple of the 600-watt solar generators. And they said, for what? I'm like, so that I can give them away. And what they're going to do is whoever wins, the 2 people that win, I will get your address, send it to them, and they'll mail it right to you. So I rather do that. It's one of the ways that I like to give back. So whenever you see me do a review video, please watch it, because a lot of times it's something that's being given away as well. But having said that, that solar generator, the one that you saw me review, it is actually a really good solar generator. It like checks off all of my blocks. It's light and compact. It has a really good quality battery in it with 2,500 life cycles. It's very simple to use. It's got an on-off button, which I really like. That it's an actual button, and it's not a touch screen on the LCD. And it's got an on-off button for the AC and the DC. That's it. And it's even got a light in the back, which I think is pretty nice because it's a bigger solar generator. But it's very nice and simple. I really like it. And the price is not bad at all, All right, the price is not bad. And for those of you that want to go check it out, I left the link on that video, and I'm not affiliated with them, and I'm not getting any kind of a kickback on that solar generator. They asked me if I wanted to do that. I said no. Just go ahead and give me the 2 that you're going to give away, and that's it. So I'm not getting any kind of a kickback. So I'm not talking them up, so that you can go buy one. But if you want to check it out, that's a pretty decent solar generator. Not bad. Not bad for the price either. Mark, thank you very much, Mark, for becoming a member of the Ladies and Gentlemen Club. That's awesome. Thank you for that. Oh, I'm getting a lot of static in my let me know if I'm still coming in good or if it's bad. I can believe. Oh, look at that. The snow is slowing down. Good. I can believe that there's a little static in the line because the weather is pretty overcast. Ann Palmer from the great state of Louisiana is here. Good to see you, Ann. Hello, Angie Cam. Okay, great. I love it that you're there. Theirs was not the reason why. Theirs was but to do or die. The charge of the light brigade. There you go. I'll never remember that. Okay, there was one more thing I needed to cover. Giveaway. All right, and today we're doing a giveaway, ladies and gentlemen. So remember the last time that I did a mail call and I received some grains? I received a pack of hard red white wheat. Okay, and let me grab the other 2. A pack of kamut, which is like a rice, and a pack of whole barley. So the person that sent me this, guess what? He emailed me and he said, and if you're here, go ahead and let everyone know who you are. I'm not sure if you want me to let everyone know who you are. All right. But it is one of our community members. But the person that sent this, he emailed me and he said, why don't we do a giveaway? Because that company, the company that processes these and packages them, they're not far from where he lives. All right. And he said, why don't we do a giveaway? And it's on me. So he's paying for all of this. I'm not paying for any of it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I hope that if he's here, he'll say, yes, it's me. All right. But he said, why don't we give away a bundle of 3 of those for 5 people? So 5 of you, ladies and gentlemen, will be able to walk away here today with a bundle of these 3, all right, that I just showed you. So what I'm going to do is later on in the live stream, I'll get my random generator. We'll pick a keyword and we'll give 5 packs away. And you have to understand this. I'm pretty sure that company can only send to the 48 states, all right, to the lower 48 and probably to Hawaii and Alaska too, because let me see. Well, probably just the 48 states because it's expensive. If it was expensive to ship it up here, I'm pretty sure it's just as expensive in Hawaii. So just the 48 continental, states and continental United States, those of you will be entered. All right. If you're here and you live in one of the 48 states, lower 48s, and you want to participate, we're going to give away 5 of those bundles today, thanks to one of our community members. All right. So let me bring it down. Okay, so can someone tell me right now, am I coming in staticky still? I'm going to bring it all the way down. All right, so someone let me know if I'm coming in staticky still. I brought it all the way down just so I can see. I don't know what I can do if I am. All right, okay. And then we're going to go ahead and get into our talk. Okay, I'm coming in clear, 5 by 5, 1. Awesome. Okay. Hey, how you doing, Alphonse? Good to see you. Michael Davis, how you doing? Good to see you. Hello, Seabass. All righty then. I'll try not to talk too loud. Hello, Chelsea. How are you? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to talk about today, look at this. We're 30 minutes in, and I'm just now starting to talk about it. I can't help it. All right. I like to talk with you all instead of talk at you, okay? I wanted to show you something because this, ladies and gentlemen, This is what's coming down the line. I believe that this is going to be their final solution. When a CBDC or a centrally banked digital currency is combined with what I'm about to share with you, that is going to be their final solution. Who is they? They is our rulers. Those that think that they rule us, those that think that they are above us, they are elite to us just because they have more money or just because they are in positions that we put them in, which gives them what they think is power, but it's not, it's perceived power. The only reason that our rulers, and I call them our rulers, just to, what do you call it? Just to say it in a way that they would say it. It's not what I think, all right? I'm just being a bit sarcastic. So when you hear me say our rulers, that's just being a bit sarcastic, ladies and gentlemen. It's not that I think that they are. But our rulers, ladies and gentlemen, they want nothing more than to have full control over everything that we do. And don't believe them when they tell you that, oh, it's for the good of the environment. No, it's not, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Anyone that still believes that, come on, seriously, ask yourselves. All of these people that go to these, I don't even know what their names are of the meetings that they have, but they go to, I think Davos is one of them. I don't even know what, I think Davos is about the finance or whatever. But all of these people that go to these climate things once a year, and only rich people are there, or wealthy and elite people are there, and they go there in private jets, and they have $500 million yachts and stuff like that. Do you really think that they care about the environment? Do you really think that? But they use that reasoning in order to get regulations and rules passed that take away from us and give to them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'll do a video here, maybe this coming week, on how we are enslaved just by regulations and laws. All it takes is somebody that has perceived power to say, I have the power. And now they can pass all these regulations and or laws by edict. All right, by edict, just by saying, I have the power, I'm doing it. Look at what's happening in Canada, right? With the truckers and all of the grief that the government is giving them just because they want to be free, right? So these people, they don't care about the environment. They don't care about any of that stuff, all right? All they care, and all of this environment stuff, yes, we need to take care of our environment, but at what cost? They want a carbon neutral world. Where in the world, in what dimension does a carbon neutral world exist? We are carbon. I'm not turning this into a climate stuff, ladies and gentlemen, but we are carbon. How in the world can we be a carbon neutral world when we are carbon? How can we be a carbon neutral world when vegetables, when crops need carbon in order to grow, and then so that we can eat them? How in the world can we be a carbon neutral world? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. That's just a ploy for them to get their agenda pushed through. All right, pushed through on people that are ignorant of what's going on. All right, and ignorance comes in two ways: either self-induced because you refuse to learn, or because you've been propagandized by the institutions, the mainstream media, and pundits that get in front of a microphone from the government. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So ignorance is not always a bad thing, meaning that you did it to yourself. It could be that when you grew up, when you were growing up, someone told you that if when you were 1 year old, someone told you, hey, this is a shoe, and they kept telling you this is a shoe for your whole life, you would know, you would say, yeah, this is a shoe. Is it? No, it's a bottle, right? But for you, it would be a shoe. So ignorance can also be instilled upon you, and not be something that you did to yourself. But their goal, ladies and gentlemen, is to completely enslave us, and that's all there's to it. And I know that this is a prepping channel. Why are you putting on your tin hat? Your tin hat, AP. Ladies and gentlemen, it's because it's true. Wait till I show you what I'm about to show you, and you'll realize that why in the world is it that they are doing this? When you look at all of the people that are advocates for the things that are going on now, that are against the majority of the population, when you look at what they do and what they ask us to do, it's it's easy to see that we live already in a two-tier society, one of the elite and one of not. All right, do as I say, not as I do. We can see that everywhere. I mean, how many times during the last 2 years have you seen people that were in places of authority or power, whatever you want to call it, you know, not abiding by the exact same rules that they set forth for the population that they're supposed to be serving to abide? I can think of at least a half a dozen, and I don't even follow, these people. I don't even really follow politics, but I can think of at least a half a dozen because I've seen so many other people talking about them and shaming them about them. And were they ashamed? No, they weren't. They pretty much said, "Hey, listen, I'm your ruler, and I need to go to the gym. I'm your ruler, and I need to get my hair done so I can look good. The heck with you, I need it." So even though I said you can't do it, I can. Well, let's go ahead and talk today, ladies and gentlemen, about how they've already instituted a credit score upon the population of here, the United States. But most people just don't know about it. Why? Because right now, the credit score that they've instituted, which is called ESG, and we'll go over that here in a minute. Hey, how you doing, Brenda? Good to see you. So, which is called ESG, and we'll go over that here in a minute. It's something that they are starting with large corporations, large banks, and then eventually it's going to trickle down all the way to you, all the way to us. But wait till you see what this ESG is. It is a credit score. There's no other way to say it. It is a credit score. So let's take a look at it real quick. Hello, the IM1. Okay. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this or not, but I'm going to read off to you the highlighted areas that I highlighted. That way, in case you can't read it there, I will read it for you. But what it says here is this: what is the purpose of an ESG score for individuals? Well, pretty much the purpose is to have a more sustainable world. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, at what cost and for who? At what cost are we going to have a more sustainable world? And who gets to follow the rules and who doesn't get to follow the rules? Right? So an ESG, this credit score that we now have, and we have it now, ladies and gentlemen, is being tracked now. Your purchase history and also your sales history will have a dramatic effect on your ESG rating as a person, right? As a person. The reason they say as a person is because, like I said, right now, this is being implemented as we speak on large corporations. So my question to this, and I'm going to try to dissect each of these statements. My question to this is my purchase history, but according to who? Who gets to decide what kind of an effect my purchase history has on myself? Who gets to decide that? Who gets to decide that's good or that's bad? That's my question, ladies and gentlemen, on that. It continues to say the charities that you support will also increase or even decrease, and I'm just going to say credit score instead of saying ESG, will also increase or decrease your credit score. Again, who gets to decide what charities are good for me to give to and what charities are bad for me to give to? The platform will track your personal impact in the environment around you through various means. Through what means? You see how opaque this is, how broad this is? They can pretty much make this mean anything they want, which will also be used to calculate your individual credit score. Sounds good, huh, ladies and gentlemen? Sounds pretty good. Now, I'm going to say this again towards the end of this talk, but imagine combining this credit score with a centrally banked digital currency where they can deplatform your life. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's say your credit score is low because you've eaten too much red meat that month. And they say, hey, you've eaten too much red meat. Your credit score is low. You're going to have to, you're not going to be able to start your car this month. You're going to have to take the bus to work. So you're going to have to spend an extra 3 hours, commuting to work by using the bus. Or, hey, you've eaten too much of this, or you've bought too much gasoline this month. That's it. Your gasoline usage for the month is over. It's done. So they shut that down on your centrally banked digital currency wallet that you have on your phone. If this doesn't scare people and make them want to prep as much as they want, as much as they can, then I don't know what will. Because this is a jail sentence, ladies and gentlemen. Having a credit score, a social credit score, combined with a digital currency, that is a jail sentence. And we will be the prisoners. The only difference is that the fences will not be physical fences. They'll just be digital fences. Is exactly what they can be. They will be. You know, for anyone that's heard about a YouTube channel getting deplatformed, just getting kicked off YouTube for whatever reason, think about that in a personal sense, where if you do something that the state does not agree with, that they can just shut you down, shut you off. All they have to do is push a button and your digital life is over. And without that digital life, because we now have a digital currency, and I'm talking about in the future, you know, because we have a digital currency that is controlled by one entity, what are you going to do? How are you going to get your food? How are you going to live? How are you going to pay for the things that you need in order to live? Some people here may say, well, I'm 100% self-sustainable, and that is great. That is great. But how many people are? I would say that the majority of the majority are not. And money is something that we use to interact with each other. It is something that we need in order to participate meaningfully, really, in society. Because in society, money is like 50% of transactions. One person has money that somebody else wants for something that the other person wants to buy. That's how we live our lives every day, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you don't spend a penny a day at the store, you're still spending money. Do you have a gas bill? Do you have a water bill? Do you have to buy gasoline to go to get around in town? You're still spending money. So money is a major part of our lives, and that's one of the things they're going to use to imprison us without using any fences, but to imprison us digitally. The purpose behind each person being assigned a credit score is to help reward actions that will help move the world towards sustainability. You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? The purpose behind each individual having a social credit score is to help move the world to being more sustainable. But who gets to decide? That is my question. Who gets to decide what actions it is that we must take in order to be able to buy a loaf of bread? Who gets to decide that? Let me go ahead and bring it to the next one. What is my ESG score? So, ladies and gentlemen, they're asking here, what is my ESG score? Well, if you don't have one, then why would they be asking it? I mean, it's because you do have one. You have one. I have one. All right. There are a few different places you can check to find your score. If you hold an account at a major financial firm such as Merrill Lynch, your personal ESG score will be listed on your account with your other personal details. You can also check any of the main ESG monitoring companies' websites. Now, ladies and gentlemen, right now, like I said, it's probably a little difficult for each individual to find what theirs is unless you bank with one of these major institutions, because like I said, they're starting with the large corporations, the large banks first, and then bringing it down to the personal level. But you already have an ESG score, whether you think so or not. This is pretty sickening, ladies and gentlemen, when I think about it. Is this really the kind of world that you want to leave your children? Is this the kind of world that we want to leave behind for our children? A world where where the fringe minority, right? The government is the fringe minority. These corporations are the fringe minority. A world where the very few get to tell everyone else how to live their lives, and not in a good way. Let me see. It says here, ESG ratings are based on the measure of behaviors, investments, habits, and other actions gathered from a range of public sources. Thank you very much, Facebook. You did your job. Ladies and gentlemen, Facebook, Google, all these places, they all did their jobs very well. Our phones have done a very good job for these people. We are where we are, though. We are where we are. can't say that it's blame, humanity. We are who we are. So we can't change what's already happened. But that's what all of these platforms have been used for, right? To gather all of this information. Just like I did a video here a while back. I think it was in the Alaska Prepper News channel. I put up a video where it said that I believe it's the NSA that has, or the ATF that has a record of every single firearm that's been sold in the United States. Over 1 billion firearms that have been sold in the United States, I think in the last 30 or 40 years. They have a record of where it was sold, who it was sold to, and all that stuff. Even though that's illegal, it's illegal for them to have that information. They've been collecting it digitally. All right, and they've also been transferring any paper copies that they have into digital forms in order to have that information on us. So we've been tracked for a long time. Your score may be adjusted depending on a range of factors. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you ate too much beef that month, they can adjust your scores. Let's see, including the company's policies from which your score is delivered. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. This is what they're planning for us. Not only are they planning it, but they are actively engaged in doing this right now. I've said this in the past that the one thing that would scare me the most about having a conflict right now with another country is that I feel that our government would lose on purpose. I feel that our government would take actions or order actions that would make us lose that conflict, right? And then let the chips fall where they may with what that other country wants to do with us. That's one of the things that I fear the most. I don't fear that we will lose because of our military, right? Because although our military has changed a lot since I first went in, it's changed a lot. I still think that we have a very mighty military. I think we have a very good military, a lot of good people, first of all, and we also have a lot of technically advanced munitions and weapons and aircraft and all that stuff. But what I fear about having a conflict with another country is that I feel that our government would make decisions that would allow us to lose, that would not give our people a choice but to lose that war or conflict, whatever you want to call it. And then we would end up under the thumb of whatever country or countries we lose to. And this is happening right now, ladies and gentlemen. Our government is allowing this to happen right now. And why is that? If our government works for us, why is that? And that's why I've always stated that one day we will have a kinetic conflict here within the United States. Because there's only so much that people will be willing to take. We're going to have one or two generations, I think at least one generation, where things are going to get really bad. I think that for the next generation, meaning the next 15 to 25 years, things are going to progressively get worse. And then something's going to happen where the people will finally stand up. And it won't just be one side or another. It won't be just the right standing up or just the left standing up. It'll be everyone standing up. Because eventually things will get to a point where it doesn't matter where or what you call yourself as far as political goes. I think politics will go out the window and it'll just be the people against the government. Why do you think they need to control us so much? This is why they're doing this. They see the day coming where people are not going to care anymore, where people are going to come together against the one true enemy, and that is those that want to enslave us and keep us enslaved. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do? What's the solution? Well, there's no solution to what they're doing because they're going to continue to do it. If we continue to let them do it, they're going to continue to do it. And there's really not much we can do. I mean, look at everything that the truckers in Canada have gone through. They get money donated to GoFundMe. The government shuts them down. They get money donated from Give, Send, Go. The government shuts them down. Then people start sending them cryptocurrencies, and they start attacking the people that send them the cryptocurrencies, in addition to attacking the people that receive the cryptocurrency. Even though none of that is illegal, right? Or none of that is unlawful, right? Not illegal, unlawful. The government may deem it illegal by edict, but it doesn't mean that it's unlawful. It's just like legal tender. This is legal tender, but is it lawful money? If you go to the Constitution, is this lawful money? Does it not say in the Constitution that we can only coin money from gold or silver? And this doesn't look like a coin to me, ladies and gentlemen. This right here is toilet paper, really, is what it is. I mean, I don't even know if you can buy a roll of toilet paper with this $1 bill. You probably, yeah, you can, because I just bought some toilet paper because we had to dip into our stash. So you can buy one roll with a dollar bill, or even a roll and a half. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we can only prepare. That's all we can do is prepare, because we're not going to go out there in the masses. I hear some people talk saying this is the time to take action, take up arms. Come on, serious? That would be the worst thing that we could do. It would be the worst thing that we could do. Why is that? Because it would villainize us. It would villainize us, and it would give them all the power to come after everyone that is freedom loving. So, ladies and gentlemen, the best thing that we can do is prepare. That's why I am the stuff getter. All right? You can call me the stuff getter. I get stuff. I remember someone making a comment once. I don't remember if it was on this channel or another channel that I was doing a live stream on. And he says something like, I really like AP, but really what he does is he gets a lot of stuff. Yes. And I said, yes, absolutely. I get stuff. Why? Because we need stuff. I get stuff that I know we're going to need. You know, it's kind of funny that me here being a prepper, that I say that I'm kind of minimalist. But when it comes to the stuff that I have personally, like I don't really do video games. We have a video game console that we've had for years, and very rarely will I get on there and like play a video game. I like playing Call of Duty Zombies. All right, Victor got me that for Christmas, but I like playing that. But I maybe play that game once, maybe twice a year. I'll play it for like an hour. All right, but like I don't have a lot of stuff, you know, like a lot of stuff that I like tinker with, right? All of the stuff that I have, ladies and gentlemen, are preps. I would say that 98% of the things that I have personally are preps, things that I prepare with. So yes, get stuff. Get stuff, because this is going to be worth another 10% less next year. Right now, inflation is coming in at about 1% a month. That's a little over 12% by the end of the year, probably like 13.4% when you put that together. So that's going to be worth a lot less this time next year. Why would you not get something now that you knew you were going to need next year? All right. So let me go ahead and bring it to the comments. I know that I was chattering away there for a while. Let me see if I can open up the random generator, okay, so that I can have that ready. Hopefully it won't mess up the internet. All right, hopefully that didn't mess up the internet. Is it up here? Okay, great. I see live. Okay, I've got it ready. All right, excellent. Let me go ahead and remove this real quick. That way it won't take up any. Okay. All right, so let's see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions or any comments you want to share with the community, go ahead and put it in all caps. And remember, for those of you that are here, take a look, or for those of you that were not here earlier, take a look at the video that I put up about the solar generator, all right? Because in that video, you can enter to win one of 2 solar generators that company, Opus, is going to be giving away. All right, so I like as many people to be entered as possible. And also, I have to stand by it. The solar generator is actually a very good solar generator. I really think it's a good solar generator. I would like it to be a little bigger. They do sell bigger models. I wish they would have sent me the bigger model, you know, the one with more watt hours. But the one that I got was 992 watt hours, which, if you want to put it into context, will power a refrigerator, or at least my refrigerator, roughly 3 to 4 hours. So that's not too bad. And the price is not bad as well. Pretty good price. There you go. Valerie says, my preps are my toys too. Hey, you know, why not have a hobby that you can do that you enjoy that will also benefit you and your family in case something should happen? Oh, look at this. Thank you, CR. CR says, this is now breaking right now. U.S. preps big banks for Russian cyber attacks amid Ukraine crisis. The excuse to bring these changes are being manufactured and telegraphed. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, we live in an interesting world. Thank you for that, CR. We live in an interesting world, or in interesting times. Ladies and gentlemen, I always say, hey, today's Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Did you top off your vehicles with gasoline? Did you make sure you took a little bit of cash out of the bank just in case something happens over the weekend? If you get water like I do, did you top off your tanks? I did. All right, I did. So just make sure that you get in the habit of doing that every Friday or at least one day every week. That way you can make sure that everything is topped off, right? Top off your preps, fill in the gaps, do everything that you need to do to make sure that you're always prepared to the best ability that you can be prepared, right? Because it can happen anytime, ladies and gentlemen. They have nothing left. The narrative that they've been using for the last couple of years to try to get us to comply with all of their ridiculous, rules, it's falling apart. They have to come up with something else. Something else is that there may be nothing that they can do about the stock market. The stock market is going to crash eventually. And I even read an article somewhere, maybe I'll do a video about this here later on, about how the Federal Reserve is considering, listen to this, the Federal Reserve is considering crashing the stock market intentionally. All right? Crashing the stock market intentionally because inflation is so out of control. You cannot make this stuff up, to tell you the truth. You can't. Let's see. Hey, WV Hills have eyes. How you doing? I haven't seen you in a little bit. Good to see you. Hello, Christina G. How are you? Kathy Johnson, hello. Hello, Linda. The End Times Clips, how you doing? Skid Kid, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Let me see. How far behind am I? Oh, I'm not that far behind right now. Is Caribbean House in the house? Yes, Caribbean House is in the house. Good to see you. Caribbean House, did you receive your prize? Let me know if you received your prize yet. You should have it by now. Mark says, I'm feeling lucky, AP. Well, we'll see. It'll be 5 of you. I need to take my, let me get my notepad out. Just a second. I'm working behind the scenes here, ladies and gentlemen, so that I can write everyone's names down, whoever wins. There you go. Okay, that's ready. How you doing, Simple RS? Let's see, Tammy. I think if I remember right, don't quote me, but I put it up on the video. I actually showed you what it is because they gave me a 20% coupon too, which is awesome, or a 20% code that you can use, which is awesome. It's a great deal. So I think after you use the 20% code, it came out to like 640 bucks or something like that. $642 was something like that. But that's really not a bad price for a 1,000 watt hour solar generator. That's nice and simple like that. Now, when you break it down to watt hour, how much you're paying per watt hour of storage, I think it came out to like 64 cents per watt hour, which is not bad. So it's not bad for someone that doesn't have a lot of money to spend on one, like on a bigger Blue Eddy. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth right now. My big Blue Eddy, the one that's 2,400 watt hours, I rather have that one instead of having that Opus 1,000 hour. But you have to understand, that one is more than twice the amount that the Opus is. So you're getting what you pay for in storage capacity, depending on what you get. I really like the Blue Eddy because it's got 2,400 watt hours. But when I bought it, I paid 1,800 bucks for it, 3 times more almost than what that one is. So it's about the same price per watt hour. And I do think that the quality on that is pretty good. I used it for about 2 weeks before I actually did the review. So I'd already drained the battery 2 or 3 times. Oh, no, more like 4 or 5 times before I actually did that review so that I can get used to it and I can just see how it worked, make sure it didn't overheat or anything like that. And I have to say that I was pretty happy with it. I am pretty happy with it. So I wouldn't say that it's not a good solar generator. I can't say that it is long term because I've only had it for like 3 weeks now. All right, but so far, pretty happy with it. They also sent me some solar panels with it, and I told them not to, and they did anyways. I told them, hey, it's wintertime here. There's too much snow on the ground, and I don't really get very much usable sun right now for solar panels. So what I'm going to do is since they sent them to me, probably sometime this summer, I'll probably do a quick review on those. They didn't tell me I had to, but I'll probably do a quick review on those just to let you all know what they're like and to see what they're like myself. Oh, Laura, yeah, check out my video. I did a video on the Instapot Max, which is an electric pressure canner. All right, it's an electric pressure canner slash cooker, and yeah, I liked it a lot. I think it's a good unit. Ask Yarn Prepper. Yarn Prepper is always using that thing. All right, she's always using that Instapot Max. Yeah, and I haven't read this. From what I understand, it's approved by the USDA. I think it is that it's approved by, and it does a great job. You know, I've used it a few times. It does a great job. You can only do up to 4 pint jars with it. But for doing small batches, it's pretty much plug and play. It's too easy. And if you go check that video out, if you do get it and you check the video out, I show you how to set it up. All right, because setting it up is pretty easy, but you have to read the instructions. I know a lot of people would rather just watch a video than to read the instructions. What time is it? Okay. All right, well, let's do that giveaway, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do that giveaway because I'm going to go ahead and take off a little early today so I can go and finish my plowing. I got to tidy things up out there. Hopefully it won't snow more and I have to plow again tomorrow. But let me just bring it down real quick, see if I notice anyone that I might have missed. Let's see. Nikisha asks, anyone prepping for a large family, tips? Yes, get a lot of stuff. Not being facetious, get a lot of stuff because you're going to need it, right? Obviously, you're going to need it. And it's a lot of stuff. So you're going to have to become creative with where you put away your stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, I said this before. I don't think we're going to have an SHTF per se, like Mad Max. I really don't. I don't think we're going to have like a Mad Max. I think that one day it'll be close to that because I think that we will have a kinetic conflict here in the U.S., some kind of civil war, something like that. I think eventually that will happen. And I think it'll happen in my lifetime, but not right away. Not like in the next 3 or 4 or 5 years. I don't think that's going to happen. But what's going to happen is we're going to have a resource problem. We have borrowed so much labor. And when you look at this, don't look at this like if it's $1. This is a part of your life. This is a minute, second, or minutes and seconds of your life. This is minutes, seconds, and hours of your life. And what is that? That's your time, your labor. We have borrowed so much labor from the future that there's no possible way that we can work off our debt. Meaning that there is going to be a resource issue. We are going to have a resource issue. And why is that? Because no matter how much anybody wants to believe that humanity is great, no matter how much, the farmer that farms potatoes in Idaho doesn't do it just because he loves to farm potatoes. He may love to farm potatoes. It may be in his heritage. It may be in his bloodstream. Maybe he's the 5th or 6th generation potato farmer that there's been, in his family. He may love to farm potatoes, but is he going to do it at a loss? Is he going to farm potatoes at a loss? He may be very happy that the big Idaho potatoes that he grows in his farm, that he can sell them at a good price to restaurants in New York City, and they have them with nice steak meals and stuff like that. He may be very happy that he grows really nice big potatoes and he can sell them to some fancy, but he doesn't do it because he knows it makes people happy to have those potatoes. He or she does it because they can make a living doing it. And one day we will have a resource problem. And that resource problem will be labor. There's not enough labor to pay. There's not enough time for us to pay off all the labor we borrowed from the future. When you take out a loan, when you take out a mortgage, $100,000, what you're doing is you're promising that bank that you will use some of your future labor to pay back that loan because you had not saved enough money in the present, which would have taken your labor to make. You did not save enough in the present to pay that whole house off in cash. So you're promising that bank that you will use some of your future labor to pay off the loan in installments. Well, we don't have enough people and we don't have enough time in this world in order to pay off all of the labor that we borrow from the future. So we will have a resource issue and people will go hungry and people will die because they're hungry. And that's going to happen. And there's no getting around it. So if you want to be a victim, by all means, you can be a victim. But if you want to make it to point B, if you want to make it through whatever crisis it is that we're going to go through that brings us to this, then you're going to prep up. All right. And having a garden and having livestock and all of that stuff is great. But make sure that you also have a lot of preps. Because even our forefathers, even our grandmothers or great grandmothers and great grandfathers from the 1900s, even though they had gardens, even though they had farms, they still prepped. Because what if you have a bad harvest? What if you have a storm? What if a coyote comes in and tears apart all of your chickens and eats all the eggs? What if, right? Murphy's Law. So make sure you have a lot of preps. The bigger your family, the more preps you should have. But then again, that's great because in numbers there is strength. Only because you have to have more preps because you have a bigger family. Well, you can get a lot of things in bulk by coming together and buying things in bulk, which are a lot cheaper when you buy them in bulk if you all come together. So you have power in numbers in more ways than what we really think. Catherine Meza asks, AP, I had my windows down at the gas station. A lady asked for your name. Catherine Meza, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Catherine, are you from here in Fairbanks? The only thing I can think, Catherine, is that you're saying that you saw me at a gas station and someone was asking for my name. I'm not sure. So, sorry. Okay, wait a minute. I knew I saw Ma in the house. How you doing, Ma? Good to see you. Oh, Ma, that reminds me. So, ladies and gentlemen, check this out. How you doing, Preston? Good to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, check this out. I told you all I don't want to know the sex or the gender of my soon-to-be grandchild, right? I told my wife I don't want to know it. I told my son I don't want to know it. I told my daughter-in-law I don't want to know it. So when you all find out, I don't want to know it. I want to find out when it's born. But all this time, I've been telling everyone that Brenna, my son's wife, that she's going to have a boy because her belly is hanging low. And I've always heard that when your belly hangs low, that is going to be a boy. But if your belly is out more, it's pointing out, that is going to be a girl. Well, Brenna's belly's been hanging low. I'm like, you're going to have a boy. I can tell because your belly's hanging low. And everyone's like, oh, no, it's not going to be a boy. It's going to be a girl. I'm like, it's going to be a boy. I was like, it doesn't matter to me if it's a boy or a girl. I don't care. To me, it doesn't matter. All I want is that the baby comes out healthy. That's it. That's all that matters to me. Well, Victor calls me yesterday here while I was in the bunker. He's like, Dad, I need you and Mom to be together so I can give you some news. And I'm like, what is this? Is everything all right? He's like, yeah, we just found out what the sex of the baby is going to be. And I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. And he's like, are you sure? I'm like, no, I don't want to know. I want to find out after, when the baby's born. So he's like, all right, then I'm going to call Mom. I'm like, okay, yeah, give her a call. I'm sure she wants to know because she does. She did. And he called her and talked to her. And when I went into the house after I got done here yesterday, my wife is smiling at me. And I'm like, well, why are you smiling at me like that? And she's like, because I hate it when you're right. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She said, the baby. I'm like, you just told me what the sex of the baby is. So it's going to be a boy. So it's going to be a boy, ladies and gentlemen. We have a little grandson. And here in about 2 months, 2.5 months. So hoping to the good Lord that it's healthy. That's all we care. All I really care about is that it's healthy. Yeah, a Hobbit. Blue Eddy's been sold out on Amazon forever, and it's also sold out at the Blue Eddy site. So, and you know, one of the reasons why I really enjoy doing solar generator reviews is because they send me the solar generator. Yes, they send it to me at no cost, but I cannot buy one because they won't ship them up here. Even Blue Eddy will not ship a solar generator up here anymore. When I bought that Blue Eddy, I think it's been a couple years now. I had to pay extra money for shipping, and now they won't even take any extra money for shipping, even when they are on stock. So there's every solar generator that I have here, I either got it because a company sent it to me, or because I saw it like at Costco and or Sam's Club when Sam's Club was here. When Sam's Club was here, they had the Goal Zero. They had one of those generators, the Yeti 1100, I believe it is, and I bought that like 3 years ago. I bought that, and the only reason that I was able to get it is because they actually had it physically in stock at the store. But I can't get anything like that shipped up here. The batteries are too big. So whenever a company asks me, "Hey, do you want to do a review for this solar generator?" I'm like, "Yep, I definitely do. I want to do the review for it because I'd rather do that and be compensated for doing the review and be able to keep the solar generator. Because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't really be able to get one up here. And even Blue Eddy now won't ship one up here. So yeah, I've always heard that the Jackeries are really good solar generators also. Yep, I've heard that about them as well. But I had a chance to get one, and when they found out that I lived in Alaska, they told me that they couldn't ship it up here. So it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. We deal with what we have. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. For those of you that weren't here earlier, I'm going to go through this one more time. That way you all know what this is all about. Let me grab these 3 bags right here. So one of our community members sent me this last week. I did a mail call where he sent me these 3 grains. This kamut, which is like a rice, some hull barley, and these are all 5 pounds, I believe. No, these are all 2 pounders, not 5, 2 pounders. And he sent me some of this hard red winter wheat. And he emailed me and he said, "Hey, why don't we do a giveaway?" And he's going to pay for all of this. He's going to give away 5 of these 3 packs. All right? 5 of these 3 packs. The only catch is this. It has to be, you have to live in the US, in the continental 48 down there, lower 48. And you have to be willing to send me your name and your address so that I can provide it to him. And he's going to give it to the company, because the company that produces those or packages those grains, they are local to where he lives. So he's going to go ahead and send them your information. Or I even think that he told me that I can email it to them directly. So you have to be willing, you know, have to be alert of the fact that I'm going to send them your information so that they can ship you that. So if you want to enter to win those 3 packs, let me see. I have to pick out a keyword, but I have to get my share screen first. Okay. All right, so I just put rice as the keyword. So if you want to enter to win those 3 packs, it's going to be 5 winners. 5 people are going to win. All right. Just put the word rice, RICE, all in caps. RICE, all in caps. Okay. And then we'll give it about a minute or so to let it collect some names, and then we'll go ahead and there we go. We're going to give it about another minute or so, and then we'll go ahead and see who our winners are. We're going to go ahead and pick 5 winners. Let's see who else is in the house today. Hello, Chris Marie. Hello, how are you? Hello, Deb Smith. Good to see you. Yes, no war. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, let's say thank you very much to our moderators. All of our ladies are here today, so thank you, ladies, for being here. Truly do appreciate you being here and keeping our community safe from trolls. That's right. So if you're a troll, you're going to have to deal with one of the blue wrenches. And they can be pretty mean. Let me see how many. Oh, we have 194 so far. 205. All right, we'll give it a little bit. Hello, angels in Jesus Christ. How you doing? Yes, remember to prep for your pets. Absolutely. Anastasia Gons, how are you? Good to see you. Hello, Mary Adams. Rick M, how you doing? Oh, thank you very much, Jennifer. Thank you for that. And let's see, that was like 10 minutes ago. Thank you very much for that. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, just a second. I have to take a phone call. It's the boss. Ladies and gentlemen, that was my wife. She's window shopping, so she wanted to know if I wanted her to get something. I was like, we really don't need that right now, but if you want to get it, get it. Let's see. Hello, Nikisha. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for mentioning the Biza Riza Giza recently. His series, yeah, aren't they? I told you, man. He is an awesome storyteller. He is an awesome storyteller. I think he could probably do something with that, like maybe, you know, maybe put it in a book format or maybe an audio book, and put it on Amazon or something and sell it, and maybe make a little bit of money for all of the time that he spent on that. Can you imagine how much time it must take to come up with the story first of all, and then to put it on paper, and then to go ahead and narrate it and then upload it? That must be a lot of work. But yeah, I really enjoy it. And what I do is I always wait until he's got at least 5 or 6 episodes, and then I'll watch them all in a row, or I'll listen to them all in a row, because I don't like to listen to just one for 15 minutes. I rather just listen to to like 4 or 5 for at least an hour or so. It's a lot more fun for me if I do that. All right, we're at 260. Oh, Karen Perry says, got my nutrient survival today. I told you those T-shirts are nice and soft, aren't they? I'm always fighting with my wife because she wants her own T-shirt. I'm like, no, they're mine. I actually ordered her some, so she'll be getting some in the mail. Yeah, Debbie, that's good. That's good. Hopefully they'll take action, though. Hopefully that your family, now that they maybe are waking up, they'll take action. For some, it takes a little bit longer. All right. For some people, it takes a little longer to wake up than for others, which is okay. As long as they wake up, that's what happens. Sorry, Mary. Mary says, hi, AP. You didn't say hi to me. Well, I'm sorry, Mary, but hello. Welcome. Hello, Laura Hunt. Casey, Kitsy Whitty is here. How you doing, Kitsy? WC? How you doing, big dog? Good to see you. All right, let's bring it down. We're going to pick some winners now. Where we're at? We're at 271. Oh, awesome, awesome. Well, good luck to all of you that entered, okay? Let's go ahead and pick our first one. All right, here's our first one coming up. And it is JBARGER 81. J Barger 81. Congratulations. You are our first winner. Let me go ahead and leave the email where you need to send me your information. All right, for any of you for any of you that win, please send me an email with your information, with your name and your address where you want the product shipped to one winner chicken dinner 2@gmail.com. Ladies and gentlemen, that email address is just for people that win something. Please don't use it to ask me questions. That's what the other email address is for. All right. So whoever wins, send it to one winner chicken dinner 2@gmail.com. While I have you here right now, first of all, thank you to all of you that are here. Thank you for joining in. Ladies and gentlemen, I would never, and I covered this in a video a couple videos ago, I would never, ever solicit you in the comment section. So if for some reason you ever see a reply from someone that looks like my thumbnail and has my name, and they're asking you to buy this or to they give you a phone number so that you can invest or whatever, that's not me. If my name doesn't have a check mark next to it, it's not me. Okay? So make sure that you don't fall for these scammers. That's what they are. They're scammers, and if you fall for it, they will steal your money. Okay? I will never ask you to invest in anything. All right? Especially in the comment section. All right? So all right, let's do our next one. If you are here, if you just got here, you are being put in the drawing to win 3 bags of grains. One is rice. It's a kind of rice, 1 barley and 1 wheat, right? And it's going to be shipped to you at no cost to you. And all you have to do is enter the word rice, RICE, all in caps. It has to be all in capital letters, or else the algorithm will not catch it. And then you'll be entered to win randomly, all right? And I'm going to go ahead and enter the second one right now. So this is for our second winner. More Than Conquers. Congratulations, More Than Conquers. I like that name. I like that thumbnail too. Pretty cool. More Than Conquerors, congratulations. All right, let's do our third one. All right, let's see. Half a muffin. Half a muffin, congratulations, brother. Half a muffin. I like doing these giveaways while we're here on a live stream because it's been working out pretty well where whoever wins, usually I have an email from them by the next day. So having said that, if I don't get your information like within a week, by this time next week, then I'll just give it away to someone else. All right. But every one of you are here today. And if you weren't here, it wouldn't get you. So make sure you send me an email with your information to that email address. And it's scrolling down here. You can see it scrolling down there. All right, that's our third one. Here's our fourth. We're going for our fourth. Look at that. We have 314 entries. That is awesome. And our fourth winner is going to be... Hey, Waldo. I found Waldo one. Congratulations, Waldo. That's awesome. Good for you. All right, that's our fourth. This is our last one. Our last one, ladies and gentlemen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right, come on. Let's see who's next. Oh, I thought you had it, Jeremiah. Amy Gard. Congratulations, Amy. Amy Gard. All right. Well, congratulations to all of the winners. That is 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? He told me that I could do 6 if I wanted to. So I didn't want to be greedy, but this is fun. We'll do one more. There you go. I didn't want to be greedy, ladies and gentlemen, but this is our 6th winner. Look at that. We've got an Alaskan. We have the Alaskan 907. You must be from Alaska. The Alaskan 907. I like that. You got the area code on there. Well, the Alaskan 907, congratulations, and congratulations to all of you. So Jay Barger 81, More Than Conqueror, Half a Muffin, I Found Waldo, Amy Gard, and the Alaskan 907. You are all the winners. Please send me your information to the email address that you see there below, onewinnerwinnerchickendinner@gmail.com. All right, and again, congratulations. That's awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining in today. I hope that you had a good week, by the way. I didn't even say that to begin with. I hope that you all had a good week, TGIF. And hopefully we'll see you all on Sunday. And guess what? Since our last Sunday live stream worked out so well at 9 a.m. Alaska time, 1 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to go ahead and leave it like that because it really works out well for me. And it seems that we had a really good turnout and had a good time as well. So hopefully we'll see you on Sunday. Other than that, have a great evening this evening. Have a great weekend ahead. Make sure that you're safe out there, ladies and gentlemen. If you're going to drink, don't drive. Go out and have a great time. But if you're going to drink, just do something smart and get yourself a designated driver or take an Uber. Don't do something that's going to give you a little bit of fun for 2 minutes and then ruin the rest of your life. And because we also want to make sure that you're here on Sunday joining us as well. Other than that, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure I didn't forget to say anything that I had given away here. Nope, we covered everything today. Again, thank you. We'll see you Sunday. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. If you are new to the live stream or if you're a new subscriber within the last week or so, put I am new in all caps. And during the outro, we'll go ahead and shout you out in the chats. All right? Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place. And you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. I'm Alaska Prepper, and I am out. Here's our outro.
Bye.